Hey everybody, it's Nook. Today I just wanted to step in and say hello. I know it's been forever. I've missed making videos and just talking and saying hi to everybody. Been a little rough here. In the last 4 or 5 days my husband's been home, so a lot of disruption in my normal days. A lot of it is just trying to get things organized. A lot of it is my health hasn't been the greatest and learning how to deal with that, still be productive, get done the things that I want to get done, which has been really hard to learn because I've had to really slow down in order to feel like I get to have some fun too, still learn new things that I want to learn, then find the time to document the things that I've learned and share it online. All that is important in my life and to who I am. Everything now lately is taking 10 times longer, 20 times longer than it did even a year ago. Knowing that if things keep going the way they're going, I need to get other stuff done too around the house so that if something would happen, I don't leave a mess behind for others. That's what I've been doing. On top of it, still doing art, really enjoying that. You can use the tablet to draw on, and well, the program would be on the computer. So we'll see how that goes. Because what I've tried to use, it's not working. So hopefully this is a good enough, cheaper solution. I don't know. Is there good enough, cheaper solutions out there anymore? I don't know. That's about it. Life has been really kicking my butt. Hey everybody, this is Snuck. On July 1st, I was looking over on Instagram. I saw that July 1st started Watercolor Month, and I didn't know they had a Watercolor Month. The neat thing is that I found a list of words for 31 days that you take the word and then you make a sketch and watercolor. So the first prompt was reflection. My mind went to a reflection of the past you and the present you, and how the past you would be looking forward going, I can't wait until I'm older. Present you would be looking at the older you going, boy, life was simpler then, and I wish I could go back and enjoy the things that I didn't know I was enjoying. And also how people look back at 100 years ago or 200 years ago and wish that they lived in that time period. And while it might seem like it would be really neat to live there, we have so much in our present day time that you didn't have back then. And one of that is a voice. One of that is being able to wear whatever you want. One of that is if you want to dress in jeans and a t-shirt and you're a woman, you can. It doesn't matter. Where back then, it wasn't acceptable. And back then, you didn't live as long because we'd be working in horrible conditions to just survive from one day to the next. That was what my drawing was representing to me when I drew it. Now I just started learning how to draw, and I'm teaching myself. Watch a lot of YouTube videos, watch a lot of Skillshare tutorials. Also, some people would be afraid to show their art because what I've drawn is not a masterpiece by any means, but it's me getting better. And if I don't document that, I won't see it. And I learned that by finding a box from 6 months ago with my first drawing in it, and realizing by going through the ones that I had saved how much I've progressed. Reflections of looking back and seeing where you were and where you are today. How you won't get to where you are if you don't start somewhere. This theme of starting somewhere has made itself known through, well, most of my life, because I've always started with nothing and had to learn how to get to the next level of a job or anything, because I didn't come from money. I have been self-taught my whole life on how to be in the printing industry and working at the library, and everything that I've ever done has been through hard work. What a lot of people don't realize is that I don't learn the fastest, but I don't give up, and I just keep pecking away at something until I figure it out. And it might not be the right way to figure out stuff, but that's what works for me. One of the things was Pixie Post. I saw a video of hers 2 nights ago. She was talking about change, and that change is good, that it doesn't have to be a big thing. I left a comment on her video, said, but I don't want change. I said, but I'm still here watching it, knowing that yes, something is coming, but that doesn't mean I want it, but I am listening. Another lesson is that listen to the things around you, what you come in contact with, because those are all clues of where your life needs to go, where you need to go. If all of a sudden you keep hearing the same message but in different formats throughout weeks, somebody's trying to knock on your door and they're giving you all the information that you need, but you have to be open to listen to it and to find it where it's finding you, because the answers are always right in front of you if you stop and listen. And that's hard. It's hard. You can call it a coincidence, you can call it certain things, but when they start adding up, that means something. When you keep hearing the same message that hits you personally, and you know when you get that, where it strikes a chord in you, that it's something that it's different than just hearing a fact, and you go, oh yeah, that's nice, and you move on. Where, like with Pixie's video, it was like, yeah, I know, okay, I know. I don't want to hear it. I know. And today, again, I was watching a random video, and the same message was there. And I mean, one has to do with sewing, for goodness sakes, but yet the same message was there. And it was funny because it was like, okay, I get it. And part of the reason why I haven't been making videos, well, there's a lot of reasons, but one of the ones that has been bothering me personally is, quite honestly, how clear this video is. Because, and it sounds funny, I never cared how I looked. I knew I could put makeup on and I would look better. Actually, I would look very different. I look very, very different with makeup on and without. And I always liked it because when I didn't have makeup on, you wouldn't notice me from anybody. I blend in, and I like it. I like that a lot because I go shopping. I don't wear makeup. I don't, unless it's a special occasion or something like that, or making a video. I don't put makeup on, and I don't have a problem with it. And if somebody doesn't treat me a certain way, politely or nice, and because I don't look a certain way, well, that's their problem. That's not mine. And then you really get to know who a person is. People that treat you a certain way based on what you look, I don't really have time for them, because if you're only looking at the outside when you first meet somebody, you're not gonna, I don't know, it just tells you a lot about somebody to me. So I've never been one to care about my looks, but I always knew that I could put makeup on and look acceptable. But one of the things when I got this new camera, along with learning how to set it up, and I'm still learning, and then being gone a month didn't help, and there's a lot of other factors. But one of the main factors of me not really jumping at it is, well, one, it's a pain to set up. I will say that. It is really a pain. Where before I would just turn my computer on and click on my program and camera would come up and I could just start talking. Where this, it's like a 30-minute process to even just start the camera rolling. So that does play a part in the fact that I haven't made a lot of videos. Also was I didn't like what I saw that I recorded. Now, don't get it wrong with I didn't want you to see what I recorded. I didn't like what I saw. I didn't like to see how old I'm looking. And yes, I'm getting older. And I don't ever see me wanting to change the way I look. I don't see that happening. I have white hair, and yes, I got it purple for a while, but I like my white hair and I like the way I look. But it was like, for me to see myself finally as old was hard. It was hard. It's really hard. Even though I don't mind what other people think of me, it was hard for me to look at that image and go, oh, that's you. It was easier to not look at that image of myself and come to terms with it. It was easier just to hide from it. Well, I can understand that, but why is it different? Here's my piece of art that most people would look at and go, well, that's not art. That's just a young kid scribbling something. But yet, I want to document that so that I can see my journey on getting better. But yet, me physically looking at myself from where I was to where I am now, I wanted to hide from. You either believe one thing or you don't. And every line and crinkle and laugh, I got that by living. I should be proud of that. Not look at it as something that I don't like about myself. And again, this is not about other people looking at me. Because if you're watching this video and you don't like what you see, well, turn it off. You don't like the sound of my voice, turn it off. It's okay. I mean, that's the beauty of putting stuff out on the internet, is that if you come across it and you like what you see, you watch it. And if you don't, you can turn it off. So, me worried about what other people think about how I look, well, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about me liking what I see. Up until I got this new camera that is very clear, I never bothered me. I never even thought of it. It never even clicked. With this new camera and what it saw bothered me. But yet, you can't say, I believe in this, but just this little part of this. But you should listen to me because I believe this little part, but not encompass that belief into your whole life. And I wasn't. And I needed to. It took a lot of messages banging at me from all different areas, and me being willing to listen and finally understand what the message was. And it all started with this picture that I drew. And the reflection was what started me on the journey to find my answer for my change. That I realized that you can't have a set of beliefs and really believe in them unless you encompass it in your whole life and not just pick and choose the parts where you want to apply that belief. Because if you do that, then you don't believe it with your whole soul. And that's the most important part, is that you carry your beliefs with you, and they encompass your whole life and not just one little tiny piece that it's convenient for you for that to apply. That's all I have for today. Thank you for listening if you got this far, and I will see you soon. Bye. Thanks, everybody. Have a really wonderful day, night, evening, wherever you are. Bye.